Hi everyone, so welcome back to my channel, Mathematic Girls Swati 3226. So we all know that the board exams is around the corner. So that is why this video is for all of you, the one who is preparing for the coming board exam. So in this video, you can see all the important questions of inverse trigonometric. In this video, I have basically covered the 5 most important questions of inverse trigonometry, which has come in the board exams many a times. So yes, let's get started with the video. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And yes, thank you so much for supporting my channel. So yes, okay, let's start the video. And yes, so this is the first question. Write the value of tan inverse root 3 minus cot inverse minus root 3. Okay, as you can see, this has come in 2019 and 2013. So let's start this. Here, most of the questions are basically formula based. So I'm going to use a lot of formulas. So yeah, let's start. So the first is tan inverse root 3. Let's write down that as it is. Tan inverse root 3. Now the next we have minus cot inverse minus root 3. Here I'm going to use a formula, the formula of cot inverse minus x. So the formula of cot inverse minus x is pi minus cot inverse x. Okay, so this is the formula I'm going to use here, where of course there is a range for x that it belongs to R. Okay, so using this formula, clearly this will become pi minus cot inverse x. X is root 3 here, right? So this will become cot inverse root 3. Okay, now I can write down this as tan inverse root 3 as it is. Tan inverse root 3. Okay, so here one thing you have to remember. Because I have used the formula of cot inverse minus x, which is pi minus cot inverse x, and we have minus sign over here. So it's very important to put this part in bracket, because whenever we have something in negative and then we have some terms, always keep that in a bracket because we have to change the sign. All right. I'm just writing the formulas here in this yellow bracket so that you can understand that it's a formula. Okay, so this is, if you remove the bracket, it will become minus pi, and this minus will become plus because minus into minus is plus, and cot inverse root 3. All right. Now what I'll do, I will write down tan inverse root 3 plus cot inverse root 3 together, and then minus pi as it is. Now here again, I'm going to use a formula, the formula of tan inverse x plus cot inverse x. So the formula of tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is pi by 2. All right. This is again one formula where, of course, x, the range of x's, it belongs to R. Okay. So using this formula, of course, tan inverse root 3 plus cot inverse root 3, the value is pi by 2. So this is pi by 2. And this minus pi as it is. Again, because I've used the formula, so I'll keep this in bracket. Yeah. So, of course, this we know how to solve. Pi by 2 minus pi. This will simply become pi minus 2 pi upon 2. So, it is minus pi by 2. All right. So, this is our answer. Okay. So, this is a very important question. So, yeah, I hope you understood this. Let's move to the next question. So, the next question is, find the principal value of tan inverse root 3 minus sec inverse minus 2. All right. So let's start this. So we are going to start by writing here tan inverse. We know that for what value of tan, the value is root 3. For tan 60, right? But 60 I can also write down as pi by 3, correct? So we know that tan pi by 3, the value is root 3. So here at the place of root 3, I'm going to replace it with tan pi by 3. Okay, minus sec inverse. Okay, sec inverse as it is, I have written, and for minus 2, I'm going to use a formula, the value. right? So for what value of sec the value is -2? So the value is sec 120. 120 in terms of pi, I can write down as 2 pi by 3. Why? Because you can see that pi is 180. So 2 into 180 by 3 is 120 only. So I have written 180 in terms of pi, which is 2 pi by 3. And the value of sec 2 pi by 3 is -2. That is why at the place of -2, I can write down sec 2 pi by 3. Of course, these are the formulas, the values, I must say, I have used, so I'm just keeping it in a bracket. Remember, while you are writing your board exam paper or even any exam in maths, make sure you write down the formula on the side, whatever formula you're using for like in the question. All right. Okay. So there is another formula I'm going to use, which is tan inverse tan theta. Okay. So let me just do one thing. Let me make it smaller so that I can write down more things. And yeah, great. So I'm going to use another formula, which is tan inverse tan theta. Okay. So tan inverse tan theta, the value is theta. Okay. Where theta, of course, theta has a range. Theta belongs to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. All right. Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Of course, open bracket. Okay. So using this formula, of course, tan inverse tan pi by 3 is pi by 3. Right? Because here pi by 3 is in the range of minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. It is coming between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So that is why using this formula, it is theta, which is pi by 3 minus sec inverse sec theta. This is also sec inverse sec, okay, sec inverse sec theta. The value is theta. What is the range of theta? This is little difficult to remember. So it's theta belongs to closed in interval 0 to pi minus pi by 2. Because at pi by 2, the value is undefined. So sec inverse sec theta is theta. So therefore, this will become 2 pi by 3. Now, simply you have to solve this. So pi minus 2 pi upon 3, which is minus pi by 3. So yes, we have got the answer for this as well, which is minus pi by 3. All right. Okay, now we can move to the next question. So let's see what is, yeah, there in the next question. So the next question, it says sine inverse 1 upon 5 plus cos inverse x equals 1. Find the value of x. Simple, very simple, I must say. So I can write down this as sine inverse 1 upon 5 as it is, plus cos inverse x as it is, and equals, I'm writing this sign, like I'm not shifting it. If I'll say that, it will be wrong. It is basically a formula which I'm going to use here. I'll write down on the side. It will become sine inverse 1. How exactly I root sine inverse 1, I'll tell you. For example, if I have sine x equals theta, this we can write down as x equals sine inverse theta. Do you know how I got it? Because I have just taken sine inverse on both the sides. So sine inverse sine x became x, and sine inverse theta is sine inverse theta. So this is what I have used. So this is the formula. Using this here, of course, this sine you can see here, and this whole part is the x, right? So sine x equals theta. So x became, that is x, I have written here, became sine inverse theta, right? So sine inverse theta is 1. So 1. Okay, now we can move ahead. So clearly this will become sine inverse 1 upon 5 as it is. This is cos inverse x, sine inverse 1, right? So this is very simple. We know that for sine pi by 2, the value is 1, right? Because that is 90, sine 90 is 1. So I have written that. And now this will become sine inverse 1 upon 5 as it is plus cos inverse x as it is equals, oh, sine inverse. Yes. So sine inverse sine theta, we know that the formula is theta only. So yes, let me write down the formulas as well. So the first formula I have used is that sine pi by 2 is of course 1. And the second formula that I'm going to use is sine inverse sine theta is theta. All right. So sine inverse sine theta is theta. So yes, of course, using this, it will become just pi by 2, right? And now this I can write down as sine inverse 1 upon 5 as it is. And I'm going to shift this cos inverse x to the other side. So this will become pi by 2 minus cos inverse x. Now here I'm going to use another formula. Okay, yes, you can see the next question as well. So the next formula that I'm going to use here is sine inverse x plus cos inverse x equals pi by 2, right? So sine inverse x plus cos inverse x equals pi by 2, where of course x has the range -1 to 1. So from this, can you just not see that if I just shift cos inverse x to the other side, it will become pi by 2 minus cos inverse x, right? So what will be the value of pi by 2 minus cos inverse x? Sine inverse x. And that is what I can write down here. So this became sine inverse 1 upon 5 equals, this will become sine inverse x, right? Now I have sine inverse 1 upon 5 equals sine inverse x. This implies x equals 1 upon 5, right? And you can just like how I wrote it directly, because if I take sine on both the sides, it will become sine of sine inverse 1 upon 5 equals sine of sine inverse x. Or I can just write down one thing, that whenever we have sine inverse theta equals sine inverse x, this implies theta equals x. Okay, so all these are the formulas. So let me write down in bracket. Yeah. So using this, I can write down x equals 1 upon 5, x equals 1 upon 5. And we wanted to find the value of x only, and we have got the answer. Yes, I hope you understood this. Now we can move to the next question. So the next question, you can already see what is the question. If tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equals pi by 4, where the product of x and y is less than 1, then we have to write down the value of x plus y plus xy. Yes, this is a very, very important question. So let's understand how to solve this. So we can start by writing the given information, that we have tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equals pi by 4. Now here I'm pi by 4, yes. Here I'm going to use a formula, and the formula is of tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. So the formula of tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. This is a very important formula, okay? And it also satisfies that the product of xy is less than 1, all right? So using this formula, of course, I can write down here on the left-hand side on the LHS, tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy equals pi by 4. Now the next step is very simple. Again, using one formula, that if we have tan inverse, theta equals x, then we can write down this as theta equals tan inverse x. So using this formula, okay, using this formula, I can write down this as x plus y upon 1 minus xy equals tan pi by 4, right? I've just shifted the tan in, like not shifted. I should not use this word because we don't shift it. We just use the tan on both the sides. So yes, now we can just write down this as x plus y upon 1 minus xy equals the value of tan pi by 4. A very famous value, the tan pi by 4, it's 45 and the value is 1. So it is 1. Now if I just do the cross multiplication, it becomes x plus y equals 1 into 1 minus xy. And clearly this will become x plus y equals 1 times 1 is 1 minus xy only. Now, because we want to find the value of x plus y plus xy, so I'm going to shift this minus xy from the right-hand side to the left-hand side. So this will become x plus y minus xy will become plus xy equals 1. And this is what we wanted to find, the value of x plus y plus xy. And the value we got is 1. So yes, this is the answer. So as you can see, we have already completed 4 questions. Now we are at our last question. And this one is very simple. All right. So let me just take a different color. Yes. Okay. So now the next question, as you can see, it says write the value of cos inverse minus half plus 2 sine inverse half. Okay. Very important question once again. Okay. So I'm going to use a formula here. So let me write down the formula. And the formula of cos inverse minus x. Okay. Because you can see here, it is minus 1 by 2. So the formula of cos inverse minus x is pi minus cos inverse x. All right. Where the range of x is minus 1 to 1. Okay. Minus 1 to 1. So using this formula, clearly I can write down this as pi. Okay. Let me write down. Always do one thing. The exam, never start from the, the next step. Start your answer with the question only. So yes, do that always. So let's start. Okay, we have cos inverse minus half plus 2 sine inverse half. And now using this formula, of course, you can write down, because that's the formula. So we can write down this as pi minus cos inverse x, right? Using this formula, x is half. So yeah, plus we have 2 sine inverse half, right? So we can write down this as 2 sine inverse. We know that for what value of sine, the value is half. The sine of what is half? Sine 30 is half, which is pi by 6. All right. So using this, we can write down here directly sine pi by 6. All right. Okay. So now this we can write down as pi minus cos inverse. Now for what value of cos the value is half? We know it is for cos 60. So you can write down here because we know that cos pi by 3 is half. Therefore, at the place of half, I can write down cos pi by 3 plus 2 sine inverse sine theta. We all know that sine inverse sine theta is theta. Okay, therefore, using this, it will become theta is pi by 6. So, yes, it is pi by 6. Also, don't forget to write down the range. So, here the theta range is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. All right. Okay, great. You have reached till here. So, yes, don't just stop here. Watch the video till the end. Okay, so now we can write down this as pi minus cos inverse cos theta. Again, it's theta only. So, cos inverse cos theta. The value of cos inverse cos theta is theta for the range. Theta belongs to 0 to pi. All right. Yes, 0 to pi. Okay, so cos inverse cos theta is theta, so it is just pi by 3, and this will become pi by 3. So clearly, minus pi by 3 plus pi by 3 will get cancelled. So we are getting the value as just pi. So the answer is pi. Yeah, that's it. So in this video, I have covered the most 5 important questions of inverse trigonometry. The 5 most important questions, I'm sorry. So yes, I hope you understood each and every question in this video. If you liked my video, don't forget to like and share it with your friends. If your friends are also preparing for the 12th board. So yeah, thank you so much for watching my channel. Keep loving and keep supporting. I'm thankful each and every day. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye.